Hello YouTube, this is Doublethink921 here to talk to you all about electronic music and why you should like it. Um, First things first, a bit of a reason why I'm doing this video. I live in Jacksonville, Florida currently. It's not where I'm from, but it's where I'm living now. What was I? So living there, it's such a hotbed of culture and just ton of interesting music coming out of there. But so that's where I'm working from. Not really an interesting spot, but so living there, I've had to explain myself as being a fan of electronic music, why I love it, or whatever. So I figured I'd just try and give an explanation of what I personally enjoy about it, and also why other people should enjoy it. First things first, I personally just feel that some of the best moments in recorded music in the past 30 years have come from electronic music in different forms or whatever, be it the house music of Justice or Daft Punk, or more ambient stuff, or IDM as a personal preference of mine. Intelligent dance music is what they call it. Is that stuff like Aphex Twin and Squarepusher and Autechre, all this really interesting, bizarre stuff with over-caffeinated drum machines and weird synth sounds. But I feel even just going back all the way to like Kraftwerk or something, you're going to find something in electronic music that you don't get other places. Because when you first venture into electronic music, you have to be distinct from the other genres of music, in that you can't just try and rely on the things that you can rely on in rock music, like volume or aggression. That's not really been found in electronic music, so you have to rely on different things. You have to rely on subtleties and repetition and melody. Another reason why I like it is that, in my opinion, almost all music nowadays is electronic music to some degree. I mean, your pop music utilizes electronic sounds. It uses drum machines, sequencers, synthesizers, samplers, all that. Same with hip-hop. Also, you have that vocal manipulation thing that's very popular now, which first came into being on, well, popularity on that horrible Cher song, Believe, which came out when I was like 6 or something. So that's popular now. And that whole vocal manipulation thing, you find it on great electronic records like Discovery by Daft Punk, or an album by The Knife or something like that. But beyond that, I mean, hip-hop in its initial form, the first commercial things, it took a lot of inspiration from someone like Kraftwerk or something. And even Coldplay riffs off a Kraftwerk song. They riff off the song Computer Love to make their song Talk. It's the exact same melody. But also, from the other standpoint, where does electronic music start? Is it just music that's made completely out of electronic instruments? If that's your criterion, then great electronic albums like an LCD Sound System album like This Is Happening doesn't qualify as electronic, even though it's primarily electronic. And even Daft Punk's Discovery has a ton of electric guitar in there, so that's taking away. If it's primarily made of electronic instruments, if that's what you're considering it to be, then something like Nine Inch Nails, that's an electronic project. So, because Pretty Hate Machine is a synth pop album through and through, if you think about it. It's just taken to the nth degree. It's louder, more brash, more harsh, more aggressive, but it's still a synth pop album. And even new Nine Inch Nails songs still have a shitload of electronic music influence in it. Just a ton of electronic instruments. But even now in this current era, I mean, so much studio recordings are used that even the most like regressive Luddite rock bands that are just guitars, bass, and drums still have studio effects put in their music just to make the vocals sound on pitch, to make the drums match up with the guitar, to do all this stuff that you'd probably find in an old uh, electronic album. The other reason why I like electronic music is it's such a broad category that everything falls under it almost. Everything, you're bound to find something that you like if you just have your ears open, because you're gonna find a genre like trance, which isn't really my thing, or you're gonna find a genre like dubstep that's very different from that, and that's also not really my thing. I mean, I like some of it, but some of it I don't like. But you get like IDM or ambient or drum and bass or two-step or garage or just old school house music, all that together in one sort of thing. So if you just have your ears open, you're bound to find something that you like. Personally, when I was first getting into music heavily, I didn't really know what to think of electronic music. It wasn't really my thing, but I found a few songs that I like. Maybe like I think I liked the band Air first when I started listening, and also I like DJ Shadow, especially his song Midnight in a Perfect World, which is a great song to listen to if you're just going to get into electronic music, because while it's completely sample based and it is an electronic album, it has a ton of just, the samples are very warm and organic, and it's bound to hook you onto it. And if I didn't have open ears, I never would have been drawn into that and then drawn into this entire world of electronic music. So all I can say is that you should be open and just take that first step and try and latch onto something and find something that you love in it, and you're bound to just enter a new realm of awesomeness. So I guess it's time for me to close. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, why you like electronic music, why you don't like electronic music, what's your favorite electronic music. I'd love to hear that. Some electronic music maybe I should listen to that I don't know about already. Yeah, so I guess if I have one thing to talk about, my overall message is that you should love the music that you listen to and listen to the music that you love, and that's just how I feel about music, and I always like people that feel the same way. So yeah.